Do you think what is happening in Canada could happen in the US with these laws expand from terminal illness to include disability?
That's my biggest fear. Was in Europe across the ocean, and now it's like right across the border. So like we're seeing this developing, and it's not just a slippery slope. It's like it's the snowball coming down the hill. It's going to be an avalanche because the health system is basically going to tell you you should kill yourself because that's the cheapest option.
Hi, Reid. Hi, Colleen. Good morning. Thanks
How
for
are you?
thank you for joining me for to talk about Live After PBS Independence on November 3rd. Well, Colleen, tell us about the Fight to Die with Dignity movement across America.
Sure. Well, our film Life After looks at the contemporary debate about assisted dying, in particular through a disability lens. I think in general, especially among sort of progressive people these days, the so-called right to die or assisted suicide legislation feels like sort of a common sense proposition in many spaces. It feels to many people like an issue of bodily autonomy that should be supported. And what our film does is really deepen and add some nuance to that perspective, in which we sort of expand what true autonomy looks like in society. And sort of the fact of the matter is, when people are denied the means to thrive, it really changes the proposition, and choice is shaped by our social circumstances. And so the film sort of the film exposes the ways that ableism, that barriers to healthcare, and that social inequities and failures force disabled people into impossible choices, like survival or state-sanctioned death. So it adds a little bit of nuance to the debate about assisted dying from a progressive perspective.
I tried to be funny on the first page, but doing this was was difficult.
What was going through your mind?
I think that I'm wondering how I would view my life if I didn't have the support of the family and my partner, my friends, and how I would view my life, because obviously I have felt alienated and I guess different in the past. And
It's interesting just hearing you say you don't know how you would view your life necessarily if you didn't have your friends and your family and a support system and everything that, something you love to do that you get to do,
yeah,
making films. Like, I feel the same way.
yeah,
What if I didn't have any of those things either?
yeah,
I wouldn't be allowed to do this.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, it's just weird.
And Reid, multiple states, excuse me, multiple states have passed such laws. Is there much progress?
I'm not actually sure, but our film is really about assisted suicide from a disability perspective and the dangers that assisted suicide poses to disabled people.
And Colleen,
Right now there are, oh yeah, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say right now there are, I believe, 10 states in addition to Washington, D.C., that have assisted dying legislation in place. And it is currently limited to people with terminal illness as defined by 6 months or less to live. But there are a number of ways in which these so-called safeguards are really fluid and loose, and this kind of legislation never gets tighter and safer. It always gets looser, faster, and cheaper. And so that's where the concerns of the disability community really come into play.
And Reid, you fight for disability rights. This is extremely personal for you. And where do you get your energy from and your passion?
Well, I wouldn't say I fight for disability rights. I tell stories about disability that people don't tell. I'm very passionate about documentary filmmaking. The politics of disability is very interesting to me, namely because very few other filmmakers tackle it.
And Colleen, is it difficult not to get close to the people you're fighting for?
Yeah, I mean, I think building authentic relationships with the people that we're filming with over many years is an important part of the process, and keeping people safe and thinking about care. When the film we're making is about how people are denied care, we certainly aim to build relationships on foundations of trust and care and accountability to them. So yeah, we've built some deep relationships over making this film.
And finally, today, Reid, all your hard work and your messaging, taking it to Sundance Film Festival, how was that experience?
It's very gratifying to work so hard and to be awarded with such an opportunity is just it makes it all worth it.
Well, Life After on PBS Independent Lens on November 3rd. Excuse my voice this morning. I lost my voice. But this was an amazing experience, and I appreciate your time and good luck with this film. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.